This is One on One. Tom Geisel is the president and CEO of Sun National Bank. Good to see you, Tom.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Good, good. So much going on in the industry. Real quick, I want to jump into something that I think is new since the last time we talked. What is C4 banking, business banking? What is C4 business banking?
C4 Business Banking is a product that we brought to market to really focus on a part of banking that we think went long gone, which is the credibility and the character of the borrower. Everybody looks at the cash flow of the business, everybody looks at the financial situation of the business, but people are who run businesses. So we brought back C4 because character and commitment are big parts of lending to a business and running a business.
That's interesting. It's funny, you talk about going back to things that sometimes get missed. Everyone thinks it's something new, but sometimes you want to go going back.
Right. Well, we as an industry, because of, I guess, some of the missteps that happened in the economy and the regulatory environment, got away from the character in lending. If you go back to, way back when, harken back into when bankers, were bankers, it was about the character of the business. Bankers were starting, working with and helping finance startups. And a startup had no track record, so they were banking on the character of the individual. So we wanted to bring character back into that equation.
Every time we have you on, I ask you to tell us what the footprint is of Sun, but I realize that each time it changes. So go, what is it now?
We are truly a New Jersey state bank. We do business in 21 out of New Jersey's 21 counties. We have physical locations in 13 of the 21 counties.
All right. The other area I definitely want to talk about is mobile banking. Lots going on there.
Yes.
What's going on and why is it going on the way it is?
I think it's going on the way it is just because of the demographic shift in the population. As baby boomers get older and we have newer generations coming up, things change, technology changes, and distribution channels change, and the way people want to bank and live their lives change. So it's become more of a technology-driven world, and banking has to keep up with that technology. So the mobile device obviously has taken over even from the laptop, and so you've got to be able to provide that ability to get into your bank accounts, pay your bills, charge, etc., using your mobile phone.
Hold on, I want to be clear. More and more we're going to be able to do those things.
Absolutely, without a doubt. We followed a trend that the big banks started. We were the first bank, New Jersey-based bank in New Jersey, to have full mobile banking. Other banks had text message banking when your account came low, but we felt we needed to get out into the market to provide local banking to the citizens of New Jersey with this mobile banking application. So everybody has it now. It's just the different parts of the technology and how deep different banks are in that technology.
One of the other areas that changes over time, and we're doing this as we move into the fall season of 2012. It'll be hopefully relevant into 13 as we repeat the program. The lending environment. I ask you this every time.
Yes.
Not that you can predict. Where are we now?
The lending environment.
And by the way, excuse me, is it different for lending to individuals versus lending to small business?
No, because the individual is really the small business. Okay, a sole proprietor or a business that has 5 or 10 employees is really driven by, the full faith and credit and the success of an individual. So it's with the exception of mortgages, obviously that's an individual and that's a single asset, that's a house. But if you're lending to someone because they're having liquidity issues or someone wants a line of credit to start a business, you're really still lending to that individual. And as we looked at C4, okay, and as we looked at something else that we have called Brilliant Business Banking.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Brilliant Business Banking. Is that connected to this?
That's connected to this, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Take it away. Go ahead,
Okay.
because I was curious about that.
So what we thought was, as we transitioned from C4 into Brilliant Business, again, with C4, we provided the different products and services and we brought character back into the equation. But we also felt that in addition to going to your banker to get ideas, why not have successful business people talk to each other about what they did to build their businesses? So we have really focused on stories across the state about entrepreneurs who have made it in small businesses. We have a gentleman who runs a chain of restaurants, different types of elevation of restaurants. We have a gentleman who runs a jewelry store, and it has gone through 3 generations. It's 100 years old. So having them and individuals go on brilliantbusinessstory.com, share ideas. How did they get their idea? What do they do to build their business? How did they get over hurdles? So it's business people talking to business people and helping each other.
The other thing, even though we talk a lot of bottom line things, Tom, every time you come in, because the bottom line is absolutely important.
Mm-hmm.
However, I also know that the other big piece of the equation is community service, philanthropy, volunteerism. Talk about that piece of the equation. I'll talk to corporate executives about this piece, community service, community involvement. It's important.
It's extremely important. Every one of our employees, as part of their performance evaluations, has a community service component.
Whoa, as part of their...
As part of their performance evaluations, yes. So every one of my direct reports has to do something to give back to the community. Every one of their direct reports has to do something, and they get scored on it every year.
Excuse me, where would they get the time to do that?
You have to find the time. There's Saturdays, there's Sundays, there's nights, there's mornings, there's lunch times. There is time during the business day also.
It's expected.
It's expected. It's part of fitting it into your schedule as a employee of Sun National Bank.
And the bank promotes it.
Well, the bank promotes it, we encourage it, and we support it. We have something that we call Banking on Our Communities Day, which
Say it
is just
again?
Banking on Our Communities Day.
Right.
It's one day in the fall where we shut the company down.
Oh, well, hold on. I asked you about the time.
It's coming up this fall.
So that they don't have to work that day.
Well, they don't have to work, but they contribute back into the community, volunteering for an organization. Maybe it's, painting a room. Maybe it's
Right.
building a house. But we have over 500 employees year after year on that day around the state of New Jersey, volunteering in over 15 different charitable organizations. Now, we do it ongoing too throughout the year,
Sure.
but this is one day we coalesce as a team to work in the community.
Before I let you out of here, by the way, why'd you do that?
It's good business. It's good business. How strong our communities are will ultimately dictate how strong businesses are and how strong our state is.
Tom, good stuff. CEO's bottom line within heart at the same time. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, founded by the Jewish community, and by Health First New Jersey. Promotional support provided by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey, and by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and its monthly magazine, New Jersey Business. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.